Good morning. How are you? Ryan J here. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, May 19th. Day, I don't know how many of this lockdown, locked out thing. Interesting times we're in here. Wanted to pop on and do a little coffee and conversation with you. I hope you're well. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and staying productive in good spirits. Of course. Of course. So, cheers to you. All right. So, yesterday, this bit of information popped up on my Robinhood app. It's a financial app, stock market trading platform, what have you. And there's a short little blurb that America has 33.5 million people either applying for unemployment or are unemployed. So that's staggering news. And I think one could make the argument that that number is lower than probably what it should be, because that's really only taking into account the people that have applied. All right. So let's say if there's 4 people and half of them are out of work and the other half apply for unemployment, the statistic is only taking in account the half that are unemployed and are applying for the unemployment. The other 2 aren't taken in consideration because they never filled out the paperwork. So that's just how the stats work. All right. 33.5 million, that puts us back really to 2008 in that whole situation. So it's interesting times for sure. Interesting times. And yeah, I don't know any better than you know. But I want to say this is the start of what we're going to see. And I think it's going to get way worse before it gets any better. And I didn't want to come on and be all doomy and gloomy, but that's just my reality of the situation. Now, there are things I can do to put myself in better high spirits, and I can't change the situation, but I can change how I think about the situation. Okay? All right. I can't control the things going on around me, but I definitely can control how I perceive it and my attitude towards things. That I'm in control of. All right. So I titled it The Rent's Due. Yeah, rent's coming up. Rent is due. Now, some landlords have put into place where the payment is skipped. It's not free. It's not free rent. It's not like that's never going to have to be paid. It is going to have to be paid. Rent's due. You have to pay for where you live, of course. So it is just like you're going to have to pay it in the future. Now, with the unemployment as it is, the situation, there are some towns and cities and states that have opened up. Matter of fact, I heard that the big 3 automakers in Detroit are opening up back this week. So that's in Detroit, you say. Oh, what does that have to do with me? I don't know. It's just a sign that things are moving in the right direction. And there is kind of an angst, I feel, that Americans want to get back to work. You can only be lazy so long. You know, you really can. All right. Whether it's missing your workouts or binge watching all of Netflix. I think I finished Netflix like the first week. Um, it's just driven in individuals to get back to work and be productive. Phenomenal. All right, let's do that. But I'm also going to say that you don't have to wait for your job to open back up. There are things that you can put in place to start working and being productive and cover the rent. Um, and I did a YouTube, I did a 3-part series on my YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, actually, now, of how to start making money from home right now. That's on my YouTube channel. I did that a couple of weeks ago, and mind you, that series isn't a sales pitch. It isn't pitching you anything. There's no program or anything like that. You know, it is pure information on how to start making money from home right now. So if you want that, go ahead, get into my DM or in the comments. I'll get you the link to my channel so that you can watch that. All right. So a couple of landlords have been nice and like, yeah, all right, I understand the situation. You don't have to pay this month's rent and maybe not next month's rent. Well, you can't continue that cycle. And here's why. It's not like your landlord is an evil guy and just wants the money and he's stashing it under his mattress. He's got bills to pay as well. And here's how it works. So he has to pay the mortgage on the place. So he owns the apartment. Well, he doesn't own the apartment building. The bank owns the apartment building. That has to, your part of your rent money goes to pay the mortgage. It also pays for his insurance, his upkeep, his repairs. You know, you like living in a nice spot and you like that the lights still work and things aren't broken. He pays for that to keep that upkeep. There's also the utilities involved, you know, and so he's paying all these things. So it's coming out of his pocket right now. Now, and in an ideal world, everybody should have 6 months of reserve income so that if this happens right now, you're able to carry on as you did before this happened. All right. And having like a safety net kind of thing. But not everybody has that. So, man, this is gonna be a great reminder and a kick in the buttocks to put that into practice. Most importantly, what your landlord does with the money is he has to pay the property tax. And the property tax goes to the city of where you live. Then the city uses that for roads and uses that to like pay the fire department, pay the police, pay the utilities for the city. So it all is one big circle. It's one big circle of it's gonna affect you one way or another. Now it's hard. So do you make the choice of feeding your family right now, or do you make the choice of the rent's due, I gotta pay the rent? That's tough. I cannot answer that for you. I'm not here for your financial advice and telling you what you need to do in this moment. I'm just bringing it up and talking about it. So yeah. And with not paying rent, I think this is going to kind of snowball and be a bigger crisis. I think we're at the start of the crisis, and I really think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Now, I don't want to say that, but I think that might be the truth. I really feel like there's going to be a crisis after the crisis of evictions, of people, man, just literally not starting over, but really reinventing themselves for what's happening right now. And yeah, that's my take on that. I'm getting doomy and gloomy here, and I don't like that. So, with that in mind, all right, you want to do something. All right, be productive. I highly recommend you check out my YouTube that I just did a couple of weeks ago on how to make money from home right now. All right, get at me. I'll get you the link to my channel and go through them and see if any of those ideas resonate with you and make sense. And if they do, put them into practice. Put them into practice right now. That would be my advice. Yeah, get at me in my DM and I'll definitely share that information with you. All right, so happy Tuesday. Make it an epic day. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep your mind right, in the right frame of mind. Stay positive. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Make it an epic day.